Legend of Yufei, Chapter 39.
It starts with what sounds like a pretty simple request, but it gets complicated fast. We're with Yufei's army, and the marshal needs pigs and sheep.
Right, standard sacrificial animals.
But not for a feast. This is for a crucial pre-battle flag sacrifice, a really important ritual for luck and morale.
Vital stuff. But it immediately creates this huge problem. Wang Yi, one of Yufei's generals, gets the job.
Okay.
Yeah, and that immediately raises a question, doesn't it? Why this specific, very unconventional request? I mean, in ancient warfare, these flag sacrifices, they weren't just for show, they were crucial. Boosting morale, trying to get divine favor before a fight. The spirit of the sacrifice was key. So maybe Yufei saw a kind of symbolic power in using the enemy themselves. A bit intense.
Totally intense. And Wang Yi, our guy with the mission, he's got a real problem, a logistical nightmare, actually. He can't just wander into the Jurchen camp market for a pig, obviously not. And the text says something like 600,000 or 700,000 troops over there. Finding one pig, forget it. Needle in a haystack.
Right. Impossible.
So what does he do? His solution is, well, it's direct. He decides to grab a Jurchen soldier and just present him as the pig.
Wow.
The story says he just rides into the enemy camp, doesn't say a word, uses his sword maybe as a distraction, snatches a soldier like under his arm, and boom, gallops off.
That is sheer audacity. It's incredible bravery, but also it's a kind of brutal strategic thinking, isn't it? He gets this impossible order, finds a shocking workaround, but one that still serves the symbolic purpose, maybe even enhances it, and boosts morale by showing such daring.
Hold on, it gets even crazier. On his way back, Wang Yi bumps into another general, Niu Gao. Niu Gao sees Wang Yi, sees the captured soldier, this pig, and you can almost see the light bulb go off. He thinks, wait a minute, if a soldier can be a pig, why not a sheep? I want some of that glory.
Oh, no.
So get this. As their horses pass, Niu Gao just whips out his sword and beheads Wang Yi's captive, clean off. And he even says something like, Wang brother, you got back quick. Wang Yi doesn't even realize it first. He gets back to camp, looks down, sees a headless body.
Oh, my God.
He's furious, obviously. His pig is ruined. He just chucks the corpse aside, and here's the kicker. He just turns around and rides back into the enemy camp to get another one.
That reaction, it just perfectly shows that fierce competition for merit, for Gonglao, recognition, even between allies. Niu Gao's move, yeah, it's shocking, brutal, but in the story's context, it's framed as this daring, maybe underhanded, but still a way to grab his own status. The casualness is chilling.
Absolutely. And that competitive streak, you see it right away in Niu Gao's next action. He takes his own captive, marches straight to Yufei, and presents him as the sheep. He even jokes, apparently, that this sheep can talk.
A talking sheep, right.
But Yufei, super pragmatic, focused. He basically just says, no need for more words, accepts the sheep, and records Niu Gao's Gonglao his merit. That's what mattered.
Task accomplished, basically.
Meanwhile, Wang Yi, you gotta admire his persistence. He's back in the Jurchen camp, apparently shouting, bring me another pig!
He's shouting for it.
That's what the text implies. He gets into a skirmish, grabs another soldier. This time, the main Jurchen general, Wanyan Zonhan, they call him Wuzu, gets alerted and even gives chase.
So it wasn't quite as easy the second time.
No, but Wang Yi makes it back, leaves Wuzu fuming. So Wang Yi finally delivers his pig. Yufei accepts both the pig and Niu Gao's sheep, logs merit for both generals, and then the next day, they invite the emperor to the camp, and you just have to picture the scene.
Right.
These two captured Jurchen soldiers are actually killed and used as the pigs and sheep for the official flag sacrifice. It's visceral, a really intense way to kick off a campaign.
Very intense.
Okay, so you can imagine how that news lands back in the Jurchen camp. Wanyan Zonhan, Wuzu, he hears about it, and he is absolutely livid. Furious.
I bet.
He's like, Yufei used my soldiers as sacrificial animals. That's unforgivable.
Right.
I'll send my men, capture some Southern Song soldiers, and do the exact same thing. Tit for tat.
But his advisor steps in. The cooler head, perhaps?
Exactly. More pragmatic, maybe just more aware of Yufei's setup. He points out, look, that's impossible.
Well, impossible.
Because Yufei's guys are dug in on this mountain stronghold, trying to snatch soldiers from there. It's a suicide mission, basically.
Oh, okay.
The advisor literally says something like, if we could capture men from that mountain, we'd have already taken the mountain.
So that tells you something, right? It shows the Jurchen's respect, maybe even fear of Yufei's strategic position. They know they can't just waltz in.
Right. So Wuzu needs a different plan for his revenge sacrifice. He needs different livestock. And this is where you get this fascinating twist, almost like karmic justice playing out.
How?
He looks around and spots two traitors, Zhang Bengchang and Wang Duo. Guys are actually defected from the Song to the Jurchens.
Oh, the defectors.
And Wuzu basically thinks, what good are these two anymore? Useless. Let them be my sacrifice.
Ouch. Poetic justice, maybe?
Maybe. He orders them captured, prepares the whole sacrificial setup, but with, actual pigs and sheep this time for the feast afterwards. Invites all his top generals, advisors, princes, a big show.
But here's the kicker, the really significant part the story emphasizes. There's backstory on these two, Zhang Bengchang and Wang Duo. At some point earlier, they'd made this solemn oath to heaven.
An oath. What did it say?
Something like, if we ever betray the emperor, let us be turned into pigs and sheep in the Jurchen lands.
No way.
Yes way. The narrative makes a point of saying they never expected it to come true, certainly not like this, but on this day it did, literally.
Wow. So it's not just Wuzu being brutal for revenge. The story presents it as fate, as the direct fulfillment of their own treacherous oath.
Precisely. Cosmic retribution. They swore they'd become pigs and sheep if they betrayed their emperor, and now...
They literally become the pigs and sheep in Wuzu's ritual. Chilling. That's a definite aha moment when you connect those dots.
It really is. It adds this whole layer of moral weight, of almost supernatural justice to the events.
So Zhang and Wang are killed, used in Wuzu's flag sacrifice. Then the Jurchens have a big celebratory feast.
Right. The symbolic playing field is leveled in a way. Both sides have made their ritual statements.
Exactly. Sacrifice is done. Stage set for the real battle. But Wuzu has an ace up his sleeve, or thinks he does. A scout runs in reporting that Marshal Hatilong has arrived, and he's brought iron chariots.
Tihuacho. Oh, iron chariots, right. Tihuacho. That's a big deal. These weren't just standard chariots. Think heavily armored, almost like mobile fortifications, often used in coordinated attacks, interlocking formations. A real nightmare for infantry.
Sounds formidable.
Definitely a significant tactical challenge. Wuzu knows it too. He immediately orders them into an ambush position in the southwest. He's planning to use them strategically.
Okay, so the tension is high. Next day, Wuzu leads out his main force, challenges Yufei directly. And Yufei, he's prepared, always the strategist, right? Sets up defenses, reinforces routes, gets rolling logs and cannon stones ready, assigns specific generals, Zhang Ku to lead the fight, Yang Wei on signals, Gao Chong commanding the main banner. Classic Yufei prep.
Covering all the bases.
Then Yufei himself comes down the mountain, but get this, only with two guards, Zhang Bao and Wang Heng, to face Wuzu pretty much one-on-one, at least initially.
That's a statement in itself. Confidence.
Yeah. Wuzu sees him and immediately goes for the psychological attack, starts shouting.
What does he say?
Something like, Yufei, listen, Shandong, Shaanxi, Huguang, Jiangxi, they're all mine now. Your emperor, your army, trapped on this mountain. Like fish in a pot, you're running out of food. Why not just surrender your Emperor Kang and join me? I'll make you a noble.
Wow. That's a direct attempt to break his will, isn't it? Highlighting their supposed desperate situation, offering a golden escape route, but a treacherous one. Trying to exploit any potential weakness.
Trying to find a crack in Yufei's loyalty.
Exactly. He's not just fighting with weapons, but with words, too. Trying to demoralize Yufei right from the start.
But Yufei, he's having absolutely none of it. He just roars back.
And his response?
Pure defiance. He shouts, Wuzu, you are without humanity. You locked up our previous emperor in the desert. You chased our current lord all the way here. My army might look small, but my generals are brave. I swear if I don't annihilate every single one of you Jurchens, I will not return.
Powerful words. That really sums up Yufei's whole stance, doesn't it? Unwavering loyalty, deep sense of duty, framing the conflict in moral terms. He's taking the high ground.
He totally is. And then, words are enough. He charges battle cry, spear ready, engages Wuzu directly, spear against axe. The text says for 10+ rounds, fierce fighting.
A direct duel between the commanders. High drama.
Yeah, but then the wider battle erupts. Jurchen forces are yelling, attacking from all sides, and Yufei, probably thinking about the Emperor's safety back up on the mountain.
Needs to be careful.
Right. He disengages, fakes a move with a spear, then pulls back cleverly.
So he makes a tactical decision.
He retreats.
It's a calculated withdrawal. He feints during the fight, disengages from Wuzu, and orders a general retreat back to their stronghold. Zhang Ku sounds the gong, the signal to pull back.
Smart move. Not a defeat, but preserving his forces and protecting the emperor.
But Gao Chong hesitates.
he has a thought, doesn't he? Like, why are we pulling back so fast?
Right.
Yeah.
He thinks, wait, the marshal only fought Wuzu for a few rounds. Why back off now?
Yeah.
Wuzu must be incredibly strong. I need to test him, see what he's really made of.
So it's an independent decision and incredibly bold.
Totally. He even hands his battle flag to his comrade, Zhang Kui, basically saying, hold this, I'm going alone.
Yeah.
Then rides off. Now, defying a direct order based on a hunch, isn't that like massively risky for a general?
Oh, absolutely. And that's kind of what makes him so interesting. It's less maybe recklessness and more, almost an intuitive tactical sense. I mean, it shows amazing conviction in his own judgment, which is rare, but it's also a huge gamble, not just for him, but it could undermine the whole command if it goes wrong. It suggests Gao Chong felt the situation was maybe more serious than the retreat implied, and he was willing to break the rules to find out the real threat from Wuzu.
And he doesn't just ride off, he charges straight in. Wuzu, the Jurchen commander, is actually heading up the mountain when they collide, head on.
Wow.
Gao Chong thrusts with his spear. Wuzu tries to block with his axe, but the spear is just too heavy, too powerful. Wuzu can't hold it.
He can't parry it effectively?
No, he ducks his head, and Gao Chong, with this incredible flick, catches Wuzu's top knot. It breaks. His hat flies off.
Oh, the humiliation.
And the text says Wuzu is, quote, terrified out of his wits, turns his horse, and just flees.
See, that's not just a little win. It's profound psychological warfare. In that time, a commander's image, their perceived invincibility, was everything.
That makes sense.
So by publicly shaming Wuzu, like that losing face, losing his hat in front of his own soldiers, Gao Chong didn't just win a small fight. He hit the foundation of Jurchen confidence in their leader.
Right. That could cause panic.
Exactly. That kind of blow could be strategically devastating. It shatters the army's spirit, their cohesion, often worse than a direct attack.
But Gao Chong wasn't done, not even close. He didn't just chase Wuzu. He lets out this huge roar and charges straight into the main Jurchen camp, like zero caution.
Just goes for it.
Total mayhem follows. He's got this incredible spear described as bull-thick, and he just carves through them, stabbing, striking, killing soldiers, horses.
That description is vivid, isn't it?
It says he moves as if in an uninhabited land, causes screams of misery and lamentations that shook the earth. He hits the east camp, then the west camp. Just unstoppable. So one guy causing that much damage deep inside. What's the bigger military picture there?
It's astonishing, really. Yes, it shows his incredible skill, but the deeper thing is how one person's sheer audacity can trigger mass panic.
A domino effect.
Precisely. One man causing havoc deep inside disrupts command, breaks formations, stops messages getting through. It's psychological as much as physical. It plants that seed of doubt. Maybe our lines aren't safe. A powerful message for an invading army.
And he keeps this up for hours. It's already afternoon when he finally rides out, thinking about heading back.
He must have been exhausted.
You'd think. But then he spots another Jurchen camp, southwest. And this is where the warrior instinct shifts to, well, tactical genius. He immediately figures out its importance. His internal thought process is great. Grain is the lifeblood of an army. I should just go burn it all, cut their lifeline. Wouldn't that be brilliant?
Yes, he snaps right into strategist mode.
He realizes the deeper impact he could have.
Exactly. This isn't just about fighting anymore. It's sharp strategic awareness. Gao Chong gets that destroying supplies can hurt an army more than winning a skirmish.
Hit them where it really hurts.
It cripples their ability to keep fighting long term, forces them to rethink everything. It's that timeless military truth. Armies run on food. Cut the supply line, and you might win without another big battle.
So he turns his horse, spear ready, heads for this new camp. But what he finds isn't just more soldiers. It's different. He's confronted by these strange new war machines. The text calls them iron chariots. Tikwache.
Iron chariots.
Yeah, his reaction says it all. What is this thing? He's clearly never seen them before. They weren't just carts. They seem like some kind of terrifying new siege weapon or maybe armored unit.
A technological surprise, designed maybe to break even the strongest assault.
That makes sense.
And this is where the story throws in a curveball, right? An unexpected challenge. It's not another warrior he has to beat, but a piece of unfamiliar military tech.
Right.
Even a hero like Gao Chong, with all his strength, is hitting the limits of his experience. He has to adapt fast to something totally new. It shows even the best face the unknown, and sometimes the unknown is mechanical.
And what he does next is just unbelievable. He uses his spear not to stab, but to lift one of these chariots. He throws it right over his head.
Listen, wow.
Just launches them out of his path. The Jurchens keep pushing more forward, so he keeps lifting. He manages to pick up and throw. Get this, 11 of them.
11. The strength is just unimaginable.
But then, the tragedy, the heartbreak, as he tries to lift the 12th chariot. His horse,
Oh, no.
his loyal horse, just utterly spent after hours of fighting in this superhuman effort. It finally collapses, spits blood, throws Gao Chong off.
The horse just couldn't take anymore.
And in that awful moment, Gao Chong is crushed by the 12th Iron Chariot.
That's brutal. And it raises such a poignant point about heroism, doesn't it? It's not an enemy soldier who finally beats him.
No, it's his own resources failing him, his horse.
Was loyal horse, but ultimately, yeah, exhausted. It adds this layer of almost cruel irony. His strength was immense, but tied to his mount. It highlights that even the greatest have limits, physical limits.
The poem says it so well. For the country he sacrificed his life on the battlefield. His loyal heart shines brighter than the sun. The chariots were not yet broken, but his body was lost first. What a pity the general's horse was not up to the task.
Such a powerful lament. It really underscores that vulnerability, even in legendary figures.
The tragedy continues too. We find out how Wuzu reacts from his general, Har Tilong. And even Wuzu, the enemy commander-in-chief.
What does he say?
He acknowledges Gao Chong's incredible power. He calls him Chu Ba Wang reborn.
Shang Yu. The legendary hegemon known for near superhuman strength, that's a massive compliment.
Huge.
That acknowledgement from the enemy, even in death, is so significant. It validates just how immense Gao Chong's impact was. They recognized his legendary status.
It shows a kind of respect, maybe.
Definitely. Respect for extraordinary martial skill, even across battle lines. It cements Gao Chong as this almost mythical warrior figure.
But then Wuzu does something shocking, something awful. He orders Gao Chong's body to be hung from a tall pole right at the entrance to the Yurchin camp.
Oh, that's brutal. A desecration.
Yeah, it feels like a deliberate insult, trying to break the spirit of Yufei's army.
It absolutely is. It's meant to demoralize, to assert dominance, show contempt. But these things can backfire, can't they?
How so?
Well, instead of breaking the enemy, it can sometimes galvanize them. Turn that grief and outrage into fierce resolve. It's a gamble, psychologically.
And it definitely seems to galvanize them here. Back in Yufei's camp, they're worried, trying to figure out what happened to Gao Chong.
They must have known something was wrong.
Then New Gao, another general, spots the body hanging there from a distance. He just cries out, "This is bad," and charges down the mountain without orders.
Pure reaction, grief and fury.
Yufei can't stop him, but he immediately orders a whole group of generals, Zhang Li, Zhang Yang, Zhang Bao, Wang Hang, He Wanqing, Yu Huolong, Dong Xian, the Yang Yan to go help him. They all rush down.
And that shows the incredible bond, the loyalty among Yufei's officers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They don't hesitate. They risk their own lives to get their comrade's body back. It's about honor, yes, but also about morale, showing that no one gets left behind. Crucial for keeping an army together.
New Gao is just this whirlwind of grief. Tears through the guards at the camp entrance, cuts the rope, holding Gao Chong's body.
He gets to him.
Yeah, the body falls, and Yu Gao just collapses, holding him, overcome. The Jurchens try to grab him.
But the others arrive.
Just in time. Zhang Jian and the cavalry generals, Zhang Li and the infantry generals, they fight off the Jurchens. Zhang Bao carries Gao Chong's body on his back. Wang Hing has to help the distraught Yu Gao onto his horse.
An incredibly dangerous rescue mission.
And He Wanqing and Yu Huolong act as the rear guard, fighting off the pursuing Jurchens, causing heavy losses, forcing them back. They make it back to the Niutu Mountains.
Successfully retrieved him. Amazing courage.
Zhu Su gets the report, and his reaction is interesting. He apparently notes the southern barbarians' bravery and loyalty. Admits 2 of his own generals were injured, lots of soldiers killed in that fight.
See, even the enemy commander acknowledges their valor. It's a complex reaction.
Yeah, it's not just pure hatred.
Exactly. He's a formidable opponent, yes, but he respects their spirit. It shows a certain military professionalism, recognizing the qualities of a strong enemy. He's not just a stereotype. He's a strategist assessing both sides.
Back on Niutu Mountain, though, the mood is just devastating. New Gao is inconsolable, collapses multiple times from grief. Everyone is mourning Gao Chong.
The human cost of war, right there.
Emperor Gaozong himself sends word. An imperial decree. Wrap Gao Chong's body in imperial robes. Bury him temporarily. Give him a proper reburial when peace comes.
High honors. Imperial recognition.
In UK, showing real care for his men, assigns another general, Tang Hui, just to stay with New Gao to comfort him, acknowledging that deep personal loss.
That's important. It connects to those bigger themes, honor, sacrifice, but also the very real emotional toll on individuals, on comrades. It shows that even in huge conflicts, grief and empathy matter. That single life mattered immensely.
So days pass. But Wuzu, he's still thinking about Gao Chong.
Still rattling him.
Yeah, he's in his tent, suddenly slaps the table, shouts, "How powerful!" His advisor asks what's up. Wuzu says, "I was just thinking about Gao Chong. Nearly killed me with one thrust, then lifted 11 iron chariots. Wasn't that powerful?"
Wow, you really stuck with him.
He just can't shake it. The near-death experience, the sheer strength.
That makes sense. Wuzu's continued fixation really shows the lasting psychological scar of facing that kind of overwhelming force.
Yeah.
It highlights how even powerful leaders can be deeply affected by legendary bravery.
Yeah.
Makes them rethink things, maybe even question their own invincibility. It kind of humanizes him, shows even this fearsome commander could be shaken.
It's right then that his military advisor, Hami Chi, steps up, says he has a new plan. To capture Yu Fei himself.
Yeah, the main target.
But Wuzu is super skeptical at first. He reminds Hami Chi about an earlier boast where he completely failed to capture even 2 minor soldiers.
Calling him out on it.
Totally. He's like, "Are you kidding me? You couldn't catch 2 random soldiers. Now you're talking Yu Fei." Wuzu seems pretty grounded about his advisor's track record.
He does, and that exchange tells you a lot about their relationship, right? Wuzu's pragmatic, not easily fooled by bluster. He wants results.
But you feel the desperation, too.
Oh, yeah. Underlying it all, he needs a winning strategy against Yu Fei. He's searching for a real solution, not just talk. Shows how much pressure Yu Fei is putting on them.
But Hami Chi doesn't back down. He's completely confident, insists this new plan will work, no matter Yu Fei's heavenly abilities. Boldly claims he holds Yu Fei's life or death in his hands.
Ooh, bold words. He must think he has something really clever.
Seemed like it.
And that's a classic setup, isn't it? Builds huge tension. You feel this sense of dread for Yu Fei, but you're also curious about the enemy's cunning.
Right. It's not just about force anymore.
It's strategy, intellect. Suggests the next challenge for Yu Fei will be a battle of wits, not just strength.